Oh god. Oh, it was just the game. He wasn't actually coming out of the screen. Classic. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of GWC Plays. This is the start of the GWC Plays Spookathon, where each game this month is going to have a scary game as a focus. Now, you're more than likely wondering, why is Majora's Mask the selection? Well, this will be explained during this edition of GWC Plays. I have a long history with this game, and there's a long, funny tale regarding it, so let's not waste any time. Majora's Mask, we all know what this game is. It's one of the 3D Zelda games. I will easily say this is my favorite. I love Wind Waker. I love Ocarina of Time. All classics. But this game to me is, since its release, I can still come back to this game, and everything this game does is brilliant. Like, oh, I could go on all about this game. Like, everything is so well done, but I'll be getting into that during this. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I had to stick with my traditions. You know, I didn't do it in my randomizer playthrough. I gotta do it. All right. Yes. In the land of Hyrule, there. I'm not gonna read that. Yeah, pretty much what I was saying. I love this game. It's really well done. Of any of the Zelda games, it's without a doubt the darkest game. Like, despite what anyone will say, oh, Twilight Princess is dark, this game undoubtedly is the darkest Zelda. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. And it's not dark and like, oh, it wants to be dark. It does it in such a brilliant way. And it's one that has always kind of just, like, this game is the definition of, like, taking a dark subject matter and executing it in a brilliant way without shoving it down your throat. Like, so much works. I'm actually going to be quiet during this intro. There's no voice acting, but just, it sets the tone perfectly. Fantastic character. think I got a perfect spot on right there. Alright, and the game begins. like I said, really good opening introduction. Like, it sets the tone. You can tell this is going to be a much darker just story with how it opens. Like, Ocarina of Time, even though Ocarina of Time kind of has a dark opening, Link getting blasted in that dream, but like going into like Kokiri Forest is all bright and the music's all, I don't know, it's like kind of uplifting music, like the adventure's about to start. Here, it's like stuff's already going down, and the just intimidating music, like marching band type beat, and just, it's like dire music. Like, it's like your horse is stolen, the Ocarina of Time is stolen. Foreshadowing. Okay, so I guess, like we all played this game. I'm sure everyone who's watching this has played this game at least once in their life or seen this game, so I'm not gonna be like quiet like it's like a first time thing. What I was saying earlier, why is this game under the Spookathon? Like, you usually think like horror games, but to me, playing this game as a young lad, this game actually was pretty scary for me growing up. And I still remember the day I got this game, and the regrettable moment that still to this day makes me very upset, of opening the game and throwing the game box in the trash. It's like, why? But really getting back to it, so game comes out, I get it opening day. I'm real excited. I'm playing the game, and I don't know, this game is kind of scary for me. Like, I was scared of it, just like the dark tone, the moon just staring down at you. Like, really the part that really got me, that kind of had me stop playing the game for like a week because I was scared, and I had to like play with the volume down, is when you get the mask transformation. I'm gonna try and speed run my way to get there, but when you transform into the mask and like Link screams, like that scared me as a kid. And I remember I shut the N64 off the second it happened, and it took me a while to play the game. I played it muted. I had to like watch my aunt play it, and she changed the mask. I'd like run out the room. Like, I was kind of a wimp. Like, this game actually really got me back then, which is only I had known that like 2 years later I'd be playing like the early Resident Evils and like Silent Hill type games, which is way worse. Like, those games did me in way worse than this game ever did. But it's just something about this game back then, because I think I was 5-6 years old at this time. I don't know why it did it for me, but some reason it scared me. And maybe I attribute that in some way to why I like this game so much. Like, I know people really, this is kind of the black sheep of the Zelda series. Of late, I've noticed people have kind of been getting more on it and kind of saying, oh, this is more of my favorite Zelda. But I remember kind of over the years, like in early 2000s, this game really was not kind of well received by some people. Like, they really didn't like the darker tone compared to Ocarina. and they really didn't like the time aspect. And that still to this day is the biggest gripe I've heard from people about this game. And it always makes me sad, is that people will say, you know, Majora's Mask seems like a good Zelda game, but I just cannot get over the fact that you're timed. And to me, that's one of the greatest things about this game, is just the urgency this game puts you in and the tension you get from it. Like you really do not have like any kind of time to just chit chat and just kind of go about the world at your own pace. Like, you can if you want to. You can just take the 3 days and leisure, do what you want, get stuff done. But I like that time management aspect. It adds a whole other puzzle to the game of trying to figure out, like, do I want to go tackle this side quest here? Do I want to start the next dungeon? Do I want to do this or that? And it really relies on you in that end. The game isn't holding your hand in that aspect. They're not, like, they're pointing you in the directions, but there's so much side stuff to it that you have to make time for it. So, like, oh, here, go to this next dungeon. But if you want to, you have this side quest here you can go do, or oh, we have this optional thing for a mask. Like, it's so perfect. And to think this game had like a 1-year development cycle was nuts to me, because even though it's reusing a lot of assets from Ocarina of Time, it's pretty much like almost an upgraded version of the same engine. But this game, like, for 1 year, this game has so much quality to it. And really, once I had learned that years ago, I was like, man, like, it's like Ionuma really knocked it out. I believe this is actually his first Zelda game. I believe he worked on. He was already working on like Ocarina of Time, but the story, I believe, goes is that he wanted to work on another Zelda game, and Miyamoto said you have like 1 year to work on it. And this is also back during the time when the Nintendo 64 disk drive was something that was out there, which failed, and we would have gotten a majorly different Majora's Mask with like a 7-day time cycle and all these different things going on. But that never came to fruition because it bombed in Japan. So we just got a regular 3-day, which kind of worked in its favor, because at least in 3 days you can kind of get the quality of it more. I feel 7 days would be way too stretched out and would bring a lot of issues. But overall, for like his first game, great job. Like, in a 1-year cycle, like, this game has a lot of quality to it. Believe in you. I'll definitely get the mask. That was gonna be cool. It's like, look, let me do a pause buffer, because you can actually skip this cutscene if you like pause buffer. But I'm no speedrunner. I know a lot of tricks in this game and a lot of stuff like about speedrunning, especially Ocarina of Time. Don't ask me to do them. Like, I know bomb hovering, I know how to do Hesses and hyperextended super slides. Well, I don't know how to do them, but I know how to explain them. But I can't execute them. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty much the start of the game. I remember I was so hyped for this because I got the strategy guide, and it's a shame I don't have that anymore. Like, my goal really has been trying to find that Majora's Mask strategy guide, because I took that thing with me everywhere. When I would go to school, I'd be reading it. I'd look at the photos, had like concept art stuff in there, had like the secret stuff to find throughout the game. If you know the remnants of the Majora's Mask strategy guide, hit me up at this right here and send me the email. Send me the information. I need this right now. It says pertinent emergency. Yeah, let me well, actually, I'll get this first and then I'll speed things up. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all 3 days here because it's way too long. I really want to get kind of into the real start of the game. This is like the tutorial. I'm actually doing all right on time, so it should be good. But a lot of things, going back to kind of the time and some of the regrets people have for this game, is really that sense of urgency. And I see it with a lot of other games. There's another game I'm possibly playing for the the Spookathon that also has something to do with time, and I'm probably gonna be having the same talk about it. But I've always felt it's weird for this, like that really is the biggest complaint with this game is that time aspect, and I've never found it like to be a nuisance. Like I always felt it was a cool gameplay concept, and it works within the narrative of the game too. So it's like it's always weird to me. Oh. Alright, magic, bubble blast, bubble bass. Observatory outside the Skull Town may know the Skull Kids' whereabouts. Come see me to give you more help. Alright. Alright, so I could do the... I'll do this right... Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this right now. I'll start it at least. Let's talk to him. Hope you don't mind. I'm gonna skip this text. This is usually what I'll do if I play the game. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you do want to read the text, go pick up the game. It's on a lot of different systems, and especially now, like it's on the 3DS. Which, speaking of the 3DS version, that is a pretty good version of this game to play. A lot of the issues that some people have with this version are at least alleviated in some form, and they make things a little easier to deal with. But also, just like it's a lot of quality of life improvements, like with changing time, and there are also some things in there that are a little weird, I'd say, in terms of changes they made. Like Deku Link kind of sucks to play, because you see you have this dash attack, and it goes pretty quick. In the 3DS version, all the speed is gone from it, so you gain no speed of doing that. And when it comes to like going across like lily pads when we get to Southern Swamp, don't even try and get through there fast in the 3DS version, because it takes... You have to be like perfect to get them and get any kind of speed like you would in this version. So it kind of 3DS is a good port of this game. Looks really good, adds a lot of cool improvements in some aspects, but in certain regards it kind of stinks because they changed some of the cooler things. Like there's no reason that Zora Link swimming should be using magic. It's like, wow, so now Zora Link kind of sucks. But if you want to go with the classic, just play the original. No, I cannot legally say that. I would say Wii, but we already know what happened to that virtual console. I'll just say that there are other means of playing the original version besides finding an expensive N64 cart. I will say that. Chicken boy. Right. Master at work. Alright, what's this code? I'm usually pretty good. I usually don't even have to write it down. I usually can like remember the code for the entire game. It's let's see. 34215. 34215. 34215. An obligatory video cut. I'm now in East Clocktown. Don't mind that it's now 5 o'clock. That doesn't matter. What does matter is do I remember? Oh god. Oh god. I forgot the code. Wait, actually, I'm gonna guess it. Because I think that phone call jacked me up. Okay, it was like, I know 5. I think it was like 2. It was like, no, that wasn't it. I think I didn't even get 5 there. How embarrassing. Like, I just talked about, I'm good at remembering the code, and look what happened. Now I gotta go back. Gotta make a fool of myself. Go say like, hey, you remember that code? And, you know, I'm not looking back at the recording either right now to do that. I'm pretty mad right now. I gotta play the whole game again? Oh. I knew I should have written it down. God dang it. Now I gotta, like, just guess it now. This stinks. I like a little song too. Dang, that stinks. I can't remember the code. Okay, wait. This was 1. Maybe this is 34215, 34215, 34215. Wow! I remembered it. It only took 20 years. 34215. I knew, kind of like thinking out like a song. 34215, 34215. I'm pretty embarrassed right now. It's like, how's this gonna take me like 30 years to do? I knew I shouldn't have answered that phone call. I should just look at that number and just let it go to silent. Look what you did. You ruined the video. I had a flow going. Alright, getting back. Alright. Got it out of my system now. Getting back to like what's important. And getting back more back into it. Yeah, 3DS version. It's fine. It's fine. Other ways to play this game, and yeah, alright, look into the telescope. See this dude chilling here. The horrifying moon that gave me nightmares. I don't know. I think I've talked to a bunch of people too. This game really did hit a lot of people. Like, if you were a certain age, this game was kind of scary. Like, I really would actually kind of love if Nintendo did another game like this. Maybe not the same concept, but more of like this kind of dark style, and like with a really interesting like just gameplay concept. Like, I think that the aspect of just the time and that you're kind of on this rush to get everything done in this time span, like, leads to a lot of really cool gameplay opportunities, and just I'd love them to do something similar to this. So I'm gonna talk to this guy. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna talk to him. There's a faster way for me to do this, and this saves me. Oh, no, I gotta hear this again. But there is a faster way for me to look at that money. It's a faster way for me to get to the third day. And it doesn't involve me dancing. I should have actually done that right before I did the bomber's code. 34215. Okay, still remember the code. I don't need to know it for the rest of this video, but I know it now. And as you can see right here, this is it's what I was kind of talking about earlier with Deku Link. See how when you sprint before you go in the water, you get this big boost? Just doesn't matter where you're at. You could be right at the edge. Hit it. If you have like some kind of speed and you hit it, you can go. You don't need a lot of speed. Just I can be right here. Move. I get a good amount of air. If I did a regular, it's kind of slow. The 3DS version, you have no speed there. I could probably get to this end one. Okay, you can't, but you're close to getting there. Oh, this sounds really good. Yeah, I think I have some footage right now of the 3DS one, and it's just look at it, just slow. It's kind of awkward. Like I really wish they had like kept that change, because there was nothing wrong with how this thing worked, and like kind of changing it just it's not as fun as to play Deku Link in that aspect. But enough about 3DS version for now. Let's go talk to the old woman. Go speed things up. Oh, I was too late. Dang it. Now I kind of have to go back to see the Scarecrow. That's the only way. This whole video is just kind of going down, like the moon in the game. I do like this thing of like, no matter where you're at in the game world, if you just look up in the sky, you're gonna see the moon. Like when it comes to day 3, you're pretty much practically like within nose length of him. Okay. Speaking of nose length, let's talk to Noseless here. Now I actually do want to do this. So let's start the dance. Dawn of the second day. 48 hours remain. You know, just to get over it, I'm just gonna do the dance like the 2 more times. I love that Link just stands here for like a whole 12 hours just staring at this dude dancing. That's when you know you like just kind of wasting his time. Like, alright, dawn of the final day. And one more aspect of this game that like I still use to this day is I will still use that dawn of the final day or dawn of the first day. And in so many instances, like that is come back in many forms. Like this game has a little bit of everything. Alright, night of the final day. 12 hours remain. Yikes, I'm getting out of town. Yep, lets you know that song. Even it doesn't matter because y'all not gonna know. Speaking of Ocarina, there was playing this game on N64 one time. I had one of the weirdest glitches happen, and to this day, I've never been able to replicate it. And I have no video of this happening, because this is back before like video cameras were really prevalent, like on everyone's phones. Like, I don't think I even had a phone at this time. It was like 2002, maybe 2003, and pretty much I started the game up. I don't know what happened with the cartridge, but like something was jacked up, and all I remember is that I started the game off, and all the items in Link's inventory were ocarinas. Just imagine all this are ocarinas, and even in the mask screen, all ocarinas. Like, that's all Link had in inventory. And it was really weird, and then every time you'd get a new item, it would like override it, but I still to this day never figured out how to replicate that glitch, and I wish I could, because it was really cool. And it broke the game, because the second you hit Deku Link, alright, just talk to Happy Mask Salesman, you're already back to normal. Like, if that was like ever a trick to do it in a speed run, it would like save like 30 minutes probably from the intro. And there's something that's pretty cool in this version you can do. If you just back walk right there, you can get out early. See, I'm already out in Terminal Field. If I want to do stuff, I can. There's also like no enemies out here. This is like the one time you can go. There's no enemies. There's no music. It's actually pretty. You can get some stuff done actually right here. It actually makes it kind of creepier when it's just nothing. Like there's just no music or anything. It's actually kind of cool. Just dead silence. Usually got that music playing. Whoa, look at the time. You don't even have half a day left. And where's the moon at? There he is. See, like, as a kid, it's just horrifying. I really, this game really scared me as a kid. Like, not as an adult now, it's like it's not scary, but as a kid, I was like, I can't play this. I gotta wait a bit. There's some other aspects of the game I haven't really talked about. Hope I can get some more. I still got time in this video. Don't worry, I've still got loads of time to talk about some stuff in this. But I always talk about sometimes like the video game like just talks and that with friends about like what game did certain things like the best. And to me, I would say Majora's Mask kills side quests, because a lot of the side quests in this game, like, I don't know, there's a lot of depth to them, and easily, without a doubt, the one that is always referenced in any kind of like discussion about this game is the Anjin Cafe side quest that like spans all 3 days and is a really engrossing story and has such just a depressing ending. Like, it's really well done in terms of like long-term side quests. It's what I really like to see. Like a recent game that kind of had like a quest similar where it had like a lot of depth and just I would spend a lot of time just dedicated to that side quest. Probably Witcher 3. There's a side quest called like the Red Baron, and it took me like 5 hours to complete, and it's an amazing side quest with like all these different paths you can take, and it kind of reminded me of the Anjin Cafe. It's like, wow, like a side quest that actually is not just, alright, go collect 5 of these items, or hey, go kill that thing over there. Like, it actually had characters for it. It had like a start and finish. Like this game just did. This game did so many things that are great. Look, you can get up there now. If I had the speedrun skills, I could get up there way earlier. If I had hand skills, I wouldn't have dropped my controller. Ocean, canyon. Also, I don't need to say this, it just comes, like, without a doubt. Koji Kondo did an amazing job with this game's soundtrack. I still come back to a lot of songs from this game. Like, Song of Healing is one that is widely regarded across, like, Zelda games. And there's so many just great songs. God, Great Bay has a really cool song. Southern Swamp's real cool. Alright, let's hit him. That sound the Ocarina drops is always funny to me. It's like, is that really the sound it make? Alright, you got the Ocarina of Time back. It just sucks, I'm only gonna have one in my inventory. I would have liked 24 of them. I still really wish I could recreate that glitch, and I've talked to a lot of people. No one has had that glitch happen. It might have been something due to like that crooked cartridge glitch, which is where you like tilt your N64 cartridge while it's playing, and it does weird things to the game, and you can kind of glitch things out inside the game with that. But I don't know if I did that at the time. Maybe I did, and that's what caused it. But if that really was the cause of it, I'm not going to go back and do it again, because that damages the game and the N64, and I can't break this game. Like, this is a day one copy of this game with the gold cart, and it's like, it's too expensive now. Hey, look on eBay. Look how much some of these games go for now. Like, it sucks. Like, this game was huge. It shouldn't be like 40 bucks. Conker should still not be $90. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you. This Link's just chilling here, just wasting time. Man, that glitch was cool. I'm still thinking of it now. And this was also cool too, seeing like each form of Link has a different like instrument for the ocarina. The side quests in this game is cool. I can kind of talk a lot about some of the side quests. The one you can access it once you get Zora Mask, and it's on the second day. The second day or the first day you can do it, but it's in the milk bar, and where you have to help like sound check to get like you have all the masks, and it plays the song from Link's Awakening. Like, that's a cool side quest where like you have to combine all the links and play the song. That's where you get the crying mask. Now I was like, man, I really wish it kind of sucks as it's a one-off, because I would actually really love to do a full playthrough. I could just talk about everything I love in more detail. Like, oh, this part of the game's cool, or oh, this little interlude here. Like, I'd love to get to like when you beat a first boss, because that was a really cool part when I first played it. Like when you learn the Sonata of Awakening, and not the Sonata of God, I feel bad. I'm forgetting the name of that song. I'm not gonna butcher it right now, so I'm just not gonna say it. But that's a really cool part. Let's go in. cutscene out of the way. Yeah, it doesn't. When I had the ocarinas, I didn't even have to go through the gate. I just talked to him, and this cutscene started. Like, could you imagine that in a speedrun if someone could figure out how to get that consistently? That'd be crazy. Just like, oh, you start the game up, you have the ocarina, just talk to him. That saves so much time. And I also never noticed, because I never like stay on this screen. Like, the Happy Mask Salesman's neck is like broken. Like, look at the angle where his head's at, and then look at his body. It's kind of creepy. Like, I never noticed that. Like I'm trying to recreate it right now. I can't do it. Like, he just broke his own spine to stare at Link before he plays this song. I think I know why I never noticed it, because it's only that one frame. I'm still learning something new about this game. I never know he broke his own neck for that 1 second. And one of the earliest songs I ever learned on piano was this. And something that I truly love that Koji Kondo does in a lot of his music pieces is that he'll take a song that he's already done and put like an inversion on it. Like this song is pretty much Lost Woods, because it's the Lost Woods like on a piano. It's pretty much the exact same notes, just played backwards. And he'll do that too, I think, in Skyward Sword. Like the main theme of that game is Zelda's Lullaby, just done a bit differently. And there's a bunch of these throughout the Zelda series that I love. And it's stuff like that. Like, the composition usually for these games are amazing, but Koji Kondo is probably one of my favorite video game composers out there, alongside like Grant Kirkhope and Nobuo Uematsu, Yoko Shimomura. There's a lot of really good composers out there, but I always like when they do like really cool stuff like this, like these little like inversions on the song, and like taking elements of songs you know and just kind of twisting it. Here's our plot. It's exposition time. I know I probably shouldn't have started this GWC place from the beginning. I should have started it probably after this, but I wanted the beginning. I wanted that setup, like, because this game opens up so well. It gives you like, it lets you know from the start it's gonna be a darker game, and they don't shield it from you. They set it up really well in that aspect. But the danger I've kind of started now is I'm actually playing a bunch of other games at the moment, and as I kind of started this, I kind of want to finish this playthrough. Like, now I kind of want to play. Now I want to play the game. I usually, like Link to the Past, I'll play that game every year. Like, I think I have not missed it since like maybe 2000. I can't recall, but every year I have played Link to the Past in some form. Like, I've beaten that game every year of my life. Almost. And this game is also another one. Maybe not every year, but every like maybe like 2 years or so I'll play this game, and it may not even be a complete playthrough. I might just put it on and play like a few hours of it. I can just always come back to this one. Same Ocarina of Time and like Wind Waker. Like, these games are highly replayable, and I've never gotten bored of them, especially this one. Like, I really love Wind Waker, and I definitely need to in the future do a Wind Waker GWC play to talk about that game. But I'll probably say this is my favorite 3D Zelda still. I love Wind Waker, I love Ocarina of Time, but this game has always like been the standout for me. Just like I'd say, like Link to the Past, my favorite Zelda game, but I'm also kind of weird, and I put Zelda games in categories like 3D Zeldas are their own, and then the 2D one, like, and there's like handhelds. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of weird because like, really, if I didn't have it, I'd have like 5 like top like #1 favorite Zeldas. Cause like Wind Waker could be there, Link's Awakening, Link Between Worlds. Like, I'm not gonna keep going, but I love this series. All right, so are you ready? This is what scared me from playing the game for like a week back in 2000. Here we go. That moment right there. I turned the system off. I turned the TV off too. Just imagine Little John. But imagine me at a young age, putting the mask on for the first time, not knowing what to expect. Seeing this, running straight to the TV, turning it off. Like, I don't know. I don't know why it scared me so much as a kid. Like, looking back, it's kind of funny. But yeah, this game really got me. And it's not even a scary game. Like it's not like supposed to be like it's a dark game, but it's not like a horror game. It's not like jump scares and like all this stuff. But it affected me. And I'm not gonna lie, like it was effective. Cause I remembered it. I remember. Alright, so I remember I was like, you know, if you don't want to play it, it's fine. It's, like, it's so fun. I do want to keep playing it. But that was my conundrum too. Is that dang, this game really scared me, but God, do I really want to stop? Because I was actually really enjoying that little bit I played. That's when I started playing the game muted. I think it was the sound of Link screaming that also got me too. I was like God, why is he screaming? Yeah, that was this game really. I still love it. It's still a classic. It's a shame that some people can't really get into it due to like the time. But I will say, like, give it another try. Like, this game does get hard and you have to do a lot of stuff. But if you just do that little slowing down time, that why just didn't have that, where it slows down the time and it doesn't go at like a normal speed. Like if you just do that, like that alleviates some of the pain of having to go. And even then, like this is a great game, and it's always a shame when people kind of will dismiss it for that. So like, just give it a try again. Maybe when you played at that point in time, it wasn't like kind of what you expect, or you didn't like it. Like certain things may change. There's a lot of games I've played where it's like at the time I didn't like it at all, and then playing it later down the line, I kind of had more appreciation for it. So I don't know. I'd say give this game a shot. It's really good. It's a standout of the Zelda series. For the time, it's inventive. It does a lot of really cool things, and overall, it's just a really great game. So that's gonna do it for the first GWC Play Spookathon. Even though today I didn't really play a scary game, it was a scary game for me when I was 6 years old, but I had to play this game. The game that really scared me like no other had done at the time. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this. I've got some more coming for the rest of this month. Some games that actually will be horror games, and I'll be talking about them. So thank you for watching. You have a good one, and I will see you later. So immediately after recording the GWC Plays Majora's Mask, I had to look it up because I don't know why,
for whatever reason, I just never Googled it. I I really cannot think of a reason why. I would talk to people about this, and I never thought of, maybe I should just Google it. Maybe someone will have it up. And what do you know? Majora's Mask, crooked cartridge, 48 ocarinas. And it's exactly what I said. You look at it right here. All the items are ocarinas. And it's exactly probably what happened is that the cartridge wasn't in all the way, and it did this. It's like Link doesn't have health, he doesn't have a sword or shield. It's all ocarinas. So yeah, not even my search, my glitch is it's out there. People have experienced it, so I'm happy this mystery is finally done. I can put it to rest. Finally. I should have just looked it up.